So this one's called Why I Probably Shouldn't Make Life Decisions. So, I get a ride in a truck to Krabi. He's going to Phuket actually, but that's on the way to, or Krabi's on the way to Phuket. So, I've got a ride there, but I fall asleep in the truck and he drops me off in the town. And I always fall asleep. What am I doing with my life? Anyway, he drops me off in the town, and he also doesn't speak any English, and my Thai is limited to hello, no, and what's the other one I know? Nothing useful, basically. Thank you, yeah. So he drops me off in the town, and there's no beaches there, and I was like, well, I want to sleep on the beach, so I gotta figure out how to get to the beach. And I don't have the map of Krabi loaded because I didn't know I was going to Krabi until after I crossed the border to Thailand. And so I get to Krabi and I'm trying to find Wi-Fi, and there's no Wi-Fi, and I have no bot because it's fucking 11 o'clock at night and all the money changing places are closed, and I wasn't going to do it at the border because at least I've learned never change your money at a border. If I've learned anything in this life, that's it. So I'm looking for Wi-Fi. Finally I find some Wi-Fi. I load the map of Krabi and I find where a good beach is, and I decide to try to hitchhike there. And I'm walking down the street, and I get to this intersection, so I stop, and there's a light, so I'm like, okay, this is a good place, and I'm trying to get a car to stop. And a little kid on his motorbike, he's probably like 20, on his motorbike stops. And he doesn't speak any English, but he says, bye night. That one I know, yeah. And that's where are you going? So I say, Ong Nong Beach. And he's like, okay, get on. I said, oh. And I go, I don't have any money. I don't have it. And he's like, that's okay, get on the bike. And so I get on the bike with him, and he's driving, and it's 18 kilometers from like where I'm standing. And so he drives me about halfway before he turns into a palm plantation where it's pitch black because it's midnight now. And my first thought is, this isn't the beach, is it? And he then about 500 meters in, I think, okay, he's got to stop. And I said, stop, where are you going? Stop. And he doesn't stop. So I just think, fuck this guy. So I just grab him by his neck, take the other hand, go, Ute. Somehow I do the word for stop. I don't know how. I wrote it on a piece of paper once and never looked at that again, and never thought I'm going to need to know the word for stop, which is actually really useful when you're hitchhiking, but my brain didn't learn the word for stop, but apparently it did. So I'm hitting him, Ute, and he finally stops the bike, and I get off, and I'm carrying like a lot of shit, so I can't move too fast, and I'm not going to just like drop all my shit and like run or anything, because that would be sort of logical. And so I'm walking away, and he grabs my wrist and he pulls me towards him, and I just shove him as hard as I can, and it gets him away from me. And I'm walking backwards at this point, slowly, like watching him to make sure he's not coming at me or anything. Not that I can really see anything, but I can hear his footsteps leading back towards the bike. So I turn around and I'm walking away from him. Oh, he tries to spit on me, but he missed. It was also a cool point of the story. So as I'm walking down, it's like a sort of road, and there's rows in a palm plantation, so I'm walking down this road, the row with a road on it, and I get the thought, okay, I shouldn't stay on this road, so I like dodge to the left, even though to go to the beach I should have gone right, but I just went to the left and started like going as deep into the darkness as I could. And so he gets on his bike, and I hide behind a tree, and I'm watching him, and he drives up and down the road for like somewhere between 2 to 5 minutes, I don't know. And I'm just watching it, thinking like, what a sick fuck that he's got nothing better to do. That's like, I've gotten him away from me, and he's just gonna try to like hunt me down. Like, he's got nothing better to do with his life. This is what scares me, is that he keeps going, and he's leaving and going towards where I should be going, and then turning around and coming back, and I'm just like, fuck, how long should I wait before I like know that it's safe? So I wait about 10 minutes, and then I decide to chance it, and I'm still like 10 kilometers away like from where I need to be. And so I walk about 6 to 8, I don't know, for like an hour, and a lot of people on motorbikes stop. to like ask me where I'm going and if I need help and stuff, but I'm just like fucking scared out of my mind, like, get the fuck away from me, I'm fine, I will walk, which is in all reality probably even more dangerous than getting on a bike with somebody else, because they could have actually helped me. And finally, after an hour of walking, a tuk-tuk stops, and I was like, I am fucking fine, leave me alone. And he's like, where are you going? And I say, Ong Nong Beach, which I'm probably saying wrong anyway. And I was like, but I don't have any money. And he goes, then what are you doing? And I said, well, a stupid fucking Thai boy just fucking attacked me, and I've been walking for the last hour. And I tell him the story, and he goes, I'm taking you to the police station, you have to report this. And he's like, what are the fucking police gonna do? Like, I don't know anything about this boy. I don't know his name or what kind of bike he was driving, other than it was a semi-manual and he had a yellow shirt on. Like, woo! Everybody in Thailand. And so he takes me to the police station, and the police are very nice, and they let me sleep there. That's the end. Happy ending again.